Do you want the best fan-made content for this Premier League season?
Bring in that real fan experience. Want to see some crazy?
Wherever you are in the world,
bringing you the latest opinions
and fan reactions.
Back again.
Welcome to FanPark Live.
Brand new shows every week.
UFF are going hard this year, you know. So make sure you lock in.
Come on!
Real fan opinions brought to you by Wash and Go. Hello and welcome to FanPark Live Match Day Madness. The first Saturday of the English Premier League season is now over. We are going to be covering, well, welcome to all the channels that are tuning in. We're going to be talking Huddersfield versus Chelsea. Sarri ball has landed in the EPL. We want to talk to Chelsea fans about how they're feeling after their 3-0 victory. Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Everton plays out and turns out to be, for me, the best game of the Premier League weekend so far. £50 million Richarlison with a brace in his debut for Everton. Nuno Santos, Wolves side, you know what, they didn't look as good as they looked in the Championship, but they show that they've got resilience. They come from behind twice to deliver. And of course, there were many other games today as well. We're going to take phone calls on all of them. We want your opinions on all of them. 0203 606 0315. We want to take your calls. And you know what? They're ready and available now. We're going to go straight into your live phone calls. We want to know what you're all saying, what you're all thinking about, what you're all feeling. Here we go. Hello and welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
My name's Sam.
Hello, Sam. Who do you support, mate?
I'm a Liverpool fan.
Liverpool fan. Good, good. What did you make of the opening games of this weekend today? Chelsea, obviously 3-0 victors. Wolves put on a very entertaining game with Everton. Where's your mind at with the opening fixtures?
Yeah, well, I watched both. I watched the Chelsea-Huddersfield match, and I just finished watching the Everton-Wolves match. First of all, I want to shout out Richarlison, to be fair, because a lot of people over the years have gone for big price tags, and a lot of people were probably laughing, saying Richarlison 50 mil, and the only thing he could have done was go and show he's worth 50 mil, and I think that performance today, he's literally got his team a point with 10 men. It looked like the game was lost, and that was a big performance from him, so that was really impressive.
It was true, and interestingly with Richarlison, just quickly, a lot of people are talking about his £50 million move. It was actually 35 million. The extra, the 50 million move, that is, people have been adding a lot of agent fees and they've been adding a lot of things on there. He moved for 35 million pound. There are a few add-ons, but they're not guaranteed add-ons in terms of they're literally equated to levels of goals that are scored and trophies that could be won by Everton, which means, are they likely to happen? Maybe, maybe not. It's not as though they've got to pay an extra 10 million when he has 100 appearances. So at the moment, it's 35 million pound this transfer. So he's been a little bit disrespected with that. But what a performance from him today! Absolutely. What were you going to move on to?
I was going to just talk about the Chelsea game. The Chelsea game is really interesting for me because I was thinking this is the first time Chelsea have had a real attacking philosophy since AVB, if you want to count that.
Yep.
So I was really keen to see how they would get on, and I feel that I'm not really. I think obviously in time that they'll probably get it when they get the players and everything, but I'm not really buying it personally. I think a better position today than Huddersfield could have given them a better test, and maybe even have drawn or beaten them. I feel like the Sarri system. I don't think because these Chelsea players have been used to playing with a defensive system for the past maybe 3 years. They've got players that have suited it. David Luiz, for example, was protected by the system. Aspilicueta was brilliant in it. Marcus Alonso basically made a career out of it. But now I think with this new, you see how their defence was pushed really high up the pitch.
Yep.
I feel that obviously Huddersfield didn't have much pace in behind, so they couldn't really exploit it. But I feel like a team with some pace and efficient counter-attacks could get in behind David Luiz, and they could really disrupt the back line of Chelsea. And I feel like it wasn't really as slick. All the movements and the passing wasn't as slick as Napoli. Obviously, it's not going to be, but I just don't think they've got the players. Do you know what I mean? I think he's going to need a transfer window before we see the proper Chelsea of under Sarri.
Yeah, no, do you know what? I understand exactly where you're coming from there, and thank you very much for your call. I would love to know what Chelsea fans think about that. But look, there's going to be an embedding process when it comes to Sarri coming in, no doubt about that whatsoever. We actually have Neeks from Neeks Sports, who was on last night, who's going to be coming on via FaceTime with us now. I'm just going to call him back and get his mug on the screen. We're just giving him a quick call now. We're going to get him on the air. Neeks, how are you, mate?
I'm alright, Terry. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. I'm very, very good. Opening Saturday of the Premier League season, we saw Sarri ball sort of do its thing. They won 3-0. We just had a Liverpool fan phone up and say that he actually thinks that a better side than Huddersfield could actually expose this Chelsea team. How did you think Chelsea did today?
I think, well, firstly, I think Sarri is definitely a more attack-minded manager than you could say their last two. So I guess the more you attack, unless you're going to play a complete possession-based game like Man City, the more you're likely to concede chances or there's gaps at the back. So I think with the more attacking style of play, teams may think that they have more of a chance of scoring, but with the wealth of talent that Chelsea had going forward, Hazard was on the bench, and we saw when he came off the impact he had. So I think the attacking style of play definitely suits the players they've got, and I expect them to do well under Sarri. I think they played well today. Obviously, again, it's the first game of the season. You can't take too much from it, but they played well. Jorginho obviously got his goal, a very brilliant penalty actually. Hazard might have to sit down on penalty duties if Jorginho carries on like that. Kante got his goal, and of course Pedro. So they've got options in the central midfield and up front. I think just on an individual basis, defensively, I'm not 100% sure about Chelsea. David Luiz, for example, in a two-man midfield, two-man centre-back partnership, I've never been a fan of. He was definitely exposed in the Community Shield. Huddersfield obviously don't have the same quality as Man City. And also Alonso defensively, I think he definitely performed well in obviously the 3-5 or the 3-5-2, 3-4-3, whatever Conte played. But as just a straight left back whose main thing is to defend, it remains to be seen if he's got that. But the other two, as for the Quayer, obviously he's world class. I think he can do it in any formation. And Rudiger's young, so he's still got improving to do. But
yeah, do you know what? I get that. I just think with the Chelsea side of things, it's an interesting one because they won 3-0 today, so Chelsea fans will be happy. I just kind of get this feeling that, how do I put this? If it doesn't click straight away and results do go a little bit pear-shaped, Chelsea just feel like the worst placed team in the UK for Sarri to try and implement a style of play. I mean, look how long it's taken Jurgen Klopp to get Liverpool to this level. I can't see Chelsea affording Sarri that same amount of time.
No. The history suggests that even when managers start off well, if they don't continue on that trend at Chelsea, then they're usually out the door. Carlo Ancelotti probably being the most obvious one, having won the double, and then the season after was his final season. So yeah, he definitely wouldn't be afforded the time that Liverpool gave is given to Klopp. But it's all about what Chelsea's expectations. Now, obviously, based on the last 15 years since Abramovich came, we know the expectations are to win the Premier League or the Champions League. But it's so difficult now with 6 teams really fighting for, you could say 4 places / 1 place. There's only one winner. But I do expect the favourites to probably win the league. So Chelsea, if Sarri doesn't win the league, does that mean he's underachieved? Does he get sacked? You have to really ask what Abramovich expectations are this season. For me, I don't think Chelsea are going to perform badly, but I do not think they're going to make the top 4. But it's not that they perform badly; it just means that the other 5 teams who are quality teams, I think they're just going to do a bit better.
No, I understand that completely, mate. Really appreciate your call, mate. We'll speak to you again soon.
All right, then, mate.
Cheers, mate. All right, bye. I think what we'll do next time, we've had a few issues here with Skype today. We've got to get Adam Charles on the line. Abs will call him. We'll call him up and get him up there. My my ex-wife's calling because my son wants to FaceTime. So we get my son on the air. She said, no, I can't do that. I called ages ago. I'm now working. Honestly, my son's great, but he always calls and wants to speak to me when I'm working. Yeah, he's been in the studio, my son. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Here we go. We've got phone calls. We'll get some more people's views and opinions. I want to hear what more Chelsea fans have got to say. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
It's Miles.
Hello, Miles. How are you doing?
Not bad, pal. You?
I'm very good. Who do you support?
I'm a Spurs fan, mate.
Spurs. Okay, good, good. I mean, yourselves, you know, you won today. You picked up the 2-1 victory. You've seen sort of rivals Chelsea go out there and win 3-0 today. What's your opening thoughts of the opening Saturday of the weekend?
Average, mate. Average from a Spurs perspective. Got the job done. There's obviously a lot of leggy players out there. Don't think Aurier, Sissoko or Lucas are good enough of a team, to be perfectly honest. I'd like to see Son playing from the start. I'd like to see Winks come back, but obviously he's got an injury at the moment. So a few tweaks and a bit more time to work on our fitness, and I think we'll be away. I just wanted to pick you up on something, Terry. I don't know if anyone's told you or not yet, but you mentioned in one of your other videos that clubs can still bring players in on loans.
They can.
They can't.
No,
they can't, mate. They can't. It's only lower division clubs that can still bring him on loan. Premiership is done.
So we had Jon Smith in here, who is one of the...
Yeah, do you know what? I know Jon. I don't know him personally, but I was surprised at that. But if you look on the Premier League site, it actually tells you can't bring them in.
Okay. I was literally going by what Jon, as one of the biggest agents in the world, was saying.
Yeah, no. That's why I was surprised that he said that. I don't know if they've changed the rules or something, or maybe he got confused. But no, you definitely can't bring him in anymore. The clubs in the Premiership had to submit their final 25-man list by the end of business yesterday. So it's done now. What's in is in. You can only get players in on an emergency if you've got bad injuries.
Fair
or something,
enough.
And they make an exception.
Well, we live and learn, as you say, but fair enough. Well, that does shut the window, which is a shame, really, because I think some teams like Man United and Spurs especially could probably do with a loanee or two between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, it's interesting. You as a United fan, what is your opinion on Mourinho's issue with your defence? Because I think you've got one of the better defences in the Premiership. I don't think you really need too many reinforcements.
I don't necessarily think he has an issue in the way in which people try to portray it in many ways. I kind of feel a bit like, how do I say this when it comes to what people think? I look at it a bit like he just wants it to be better. And I don't think it's about a lack of faith in certain individuals. I just feel that he wants it to be better than it currently is. And I think you can go through a lot of teams and say, I'm happy with what I've got. But then if there's an opportunity to make it better, you go out there and do that. And I think if Man United would have been able to bring in Toby Alderweireld, if they could have brought in Bonucci, as an example, these individuals make our defence better than what it is. And it is a decent defence. Them, coupled with the best goalkeeper in the world, was the reason why we had one of the best defensive records in the Premier League last year.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. De Gea does make your defence look better than they probably are, but I still think they're decent. Yeah,
absolutely. I think that these things happen sometimes. And look, I think that, Jose Mourinho has been very, very open and clear in his press conferences leading up to the start of the season that he wanted some new players. However, he did also say that if that doesn't happen, he's happy with what he's got. He's confident in the squad that he's got. And, there's a great atmosphere amongst these players. And I think that, most of the time as well, most professional players like to see new signings and top quality signings come in as well. It gives a buzz around the place. They understand, they know the quality. Like, yeah, you can be a very self-confident individual, but, if you're Chris Smalling or Phil Jones and Bonucci signs, he's better than you. And you're still going to want to remain a part of the squad because you think, well, now we've got an even better chance of winning silverware, So it's one of those things for me. But look, really do appreciate the call, mate. Thank you very, very much.
Terry, before you go, can I just make one quick point about Arsenal?
Yeah, go for it.
I just want to say, mate, all the Arsenal fans predicting that they're going to finish second and third, and Robbie talking about why can't we sign a proper top world-class player. I think they're delusional, mate. I think they've forgotten they haven't got Champions League football anymore. Top class players like Robbie talks about wanting to sign aren't going to want to come to a team that haven't got Champions League football anymore.
Mate, thank you for making that point. Arsenal fans, if you're listening, come on and have your say. Cheers, mate. So in honest opinion, want to hear from some Chelsea fans. We are still currently on 100% Chelsea. Want to hear from some of those coming through. Adam Charles is on the phone lines very, very soon as well. We're going to get him on. Adam's just putting another call through now. But I want to hear from Chelsea fans. Adam.
Yo.
What's happening, bruv?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm very good, mate. I'm very, very good. I see you were at Charlton game today.
Yeah. We were. Me, RBC and Jao went to the Charlton game.
Nice, mate. Nice, proper little club, that. Traditional football club. I like it down there.
Definitely.
It's decent.
Yeah.
What did you make of Chelsea today, mate?
I think, well, if you watch the video that I did, I predicted that Chelsea were going to win 3-0. I didn't think that Huddersfield were going to give them much of a game because I don't really like Huddersfield. I don't like David Wagner. I think they have no place in the Premier League whatsoever. But I think it's good that Jorginho got off to a winning start. He scored the penalty. That'll do some, give him a confidence boost as well.
Yeah.
Pedro, he was the final scorer. Who was the first scorer? Kante.
Kante, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good. It kind of shows that Chelsea have strength in depth because Hazard wasn't starting. But I mean, the big talking point for me is that Morata had a stinker again. and yeah, that's their main striker. They didn't bring a striker in the summer, so I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, Abs just said they don't need Morata. They have Kante now. He's going to score the goals. Look, they've obviously got Olivier Giroud, who I actually think Olivier Giroud will play on a more regular basis, but Morata just looks shot, devoid of confidence. It is a strange one. I mean, Chelsea didn't have, I said it in your show on the 5th Official the other day, Chelsea didn't have this great window that people are making out because they had a lot more holes in their team than I think others. Outside of Arsenal, they had a lot more holes in their squad in the top 6 than anybody else did. And they've brought in some very good midfielders, obviously a really talented young goalkeeper. My biggest issue with Chelsea, though, is this Sarri ball. When is it going to fit in? Because look, 3-0, I think they deserve to win 3-0. I thought Huddersfield were poor today. However, they still created quite a few opportunities against Chelsea. And I suppose that the problem comes from a cultural issue with Chelsea and whether or not their fans and their board are going to allow Sarri enough time to get his style of football integrated. Because I think if Chelsea today were playing Leicester from last night, if they were playing the Everton and Wolves team that we watched today, if they were even playing Newcastle, all of them showed a lot more quality in Huddersfield. This Chelsea team could have found themselves on the end of a different type of result. So for me, it's about imploring Chelsea as a football club to remain patient with Sarri and let him integrate this style of football that he wants. That's from a neutral football point of view. As a rival, I want them to get rid of him within 2 or 3 months and to be in turmoil, of course. There is absolutely no denying that. Did you also see did you see any of the Wolves-Everton game?
Yeah, it's interesting because we were in a proper dirty pub near Charlton. Like we were in imagine Green Street, but times that by 10. And so, yeah, we're in a pub with proper skinheads and whatnot. And we were watching the Wolves-Everton game, but then we got kicked out. So yeah.
Why?
But we managed to, because basically we didn't buy enough drinks. Like we bought drinks, and then because we didn't buy for like the second half, they were like, "Oh, are you gonna buy another one, or are you just gonna sit here for hours?" And I was just like, "Shut up." But anyway, we managed to catch about 65 minutes of the game, and yeah, Wolves are looking. I don't really know what to make of Wolves really, because they were playing what I can only describe as championship football in the first half, or the first half of the first half, if that makes sense. And then they started like knocking it about. Ruben Neves looks like a player, definitely way too big for Wolves. Maybe he should go to Arsenal. Where? Liverpool. No, Liverpool don't need him. Liverpool don't need him. But yeah, no, and I don't think that Jagielka tackle was a red card either, personally. But Jao seems to think it was a red card.
Ooh, we're gonna be soon switching our attentions to that, absolutely. But gentlemen, thank you very much for taking the time to call us, and good luck tomorrow as well. Your screening.
Thank you very much, man.
All right, take care, guys. See you later on.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Thank you very much there to Adam and Coat. Cool, we've got a Man City fan calling up. This will be the last call we're going to take on Chelsea. Chelsea fans, you've had your opportunity to call us up and you haven't ceased on doing that. Hello, welcome to FanPark Live. What's your name?
Hello, Terry. It's Yusuf.
Hello, Yusuf. How are you?
Yeah, good. How
Good.
are you, man?
Yeah. I'm very well, thank you. What did you make of Chelsea and their newfound Sarri ball?
Oh, yeah, I did actually watch that match. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting to see how they're playing now. So it has transformed quite quickly into a more expansive attacking football, basically. But it'll take a bit longer, as you know. With Pep, it takes like 2 months, 3 months for it to properly kick in. But yeah, hopefully they don't do too well. We need to get a few. All of us need to get a few points from them this season. But yeah, we'll see what happens with them. But I was just watching Wolves, and what's that midfielder called? Neves. I think we should sign him for Man City.
Okay, I mean, look, very, very talented individual, no doubt about that.
Yeah, but I think if you compare him and how Jorginho plays, I don't think there's too much difference. Like Pep Guardiola is probably going to be watching him this season anyway, so you never know. Maybe we could get him next summer because instead of waiting for like a superstar midfielder to come out, this guy's still like 19 or however old. He could be our next midfielder for like 10 years minimum. Yeah,
look, Ruben Neves is a very talented individual. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. I think he's 21 years of age now. He'll turn 22 this season. Anyone who wants to take him away for anyone that wants to take him away from Wolves is going to be paying a colossal amount of money. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I personally know Ruben Neves, and it won't be. It will be hard to prize away from Wolves in terms of his relationship with Nuno Santo is very, very important to him. But obviously, the draw of going to a bigger club like Man City, a giant club, teams in Champions Leagues, will also be a big draw for him as well. So let's just see how Neves progresses over the course of the season. I think that would be the most important thing. Mate, thank you very much for your call, as always, and we'll chat to you again soon.
All right, cheers.
Thanks, mate.
See you tomorrow, man.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cool. Listen, everybody that is watching on 100% Chelsea, we're about to drop off of that channel now. If you do want to continue to watch the show, where we're going to round up the remaining Premier League games, talk more about Wolves versus Everton, there'll of course be some more Chelsea chat as well. You can still phone us up and talk Chelsea. Click on the 100% Chelsea, in the description below on YouTube is a link to the Ultimate Football Fans live stream. We're going to continue on there. Everyone 100% Chelsea, take care of yourselves and goodbye. Join us over anyway, and we'll see you in a few minutes. And we're just going to carry on talking about everything